Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. Major League Baseball on a Sunday afternoon. It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the New York Mets. Well, Singy, all eyes on him today after his incredible performance in the last one.
Yeah, Boog, that was one of the best hitting displays I've seen in a while. My man was in the zone. If he's able to carry that momentum over to today, we're in for a show on MLB The Show.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now, and towing the slab, Sean Manaea. How about a report on him, Chris?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year. Sub 350 ERA. And, you know, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub twos. They're dominating. But when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, you know, good season last year. Opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Toss to Alonso. One out in the top of the first. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Brendan Donovan. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Here's Contreras now. Missed with a changeup, and it's 1-0. Contreras working through some struggles lately. Check swing called strike, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet.
Over to McNeil. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. No runs, one hit, no errors. Bottom of the first, Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
Oh, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare. Only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
In the air, right field. Nootbaar moves under it. Puts it away for the out. Here's Juan Soto. 4 hits and 11 tries so far in the series. And first offering is fouled off. Swings and misses and one down below the zone.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time he got to the plate. People at home watching it thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
2 out, space is empty. Swings through that.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Hard hit left side. Third out. And the Mets go down. Back here in Queens, here's Nolan Gorman. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and Even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish and will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 1 gone here.
Herrera.
So 2 balls and no strikes.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Next offering is down low. And speaking of that defense, it's hard to imagine that in high school, Arenado shared the left side of the infield with another elite defender, Matt Chapman at El Toro High School. Off balance speed, there's 1. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double. Back here at Citi Field, and now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Mats back to work. Foul ball there. And strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Just off the outside corner, and it's 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that skips in the dirt. That one misses, and the count's full.
Full count.
Outside, and that is ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
That's a tough one to swallow right there. If you're on the mound, you're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
Here's Jesse Winker. There's a strike. Winker launched a homer in his most recent game. Next offering is fouled back. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Now, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
That's way outside, and the count even 1-1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity, try to get a rollover, something on the ground, stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Late with the swing there. Alonso, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And now it's filled up.
Full count.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
First and second, 1 out. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Lifted in the air, out to left. And there's 2 away. Next to hit, Francisco Alvarez. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Ripped, but it curls foul. Second inning here, no score. That misses. 1-1. Two on, 2 outs. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1-2.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time. Nicely done. There's a strike at the knees. And it's 0-1. Winn, 22 years old. And he was a second-round pick in 2020.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Hit on the ground to short. Lindor sends it across the first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. And now Jordan Walker. There's the strike. One out, base is empty. Battling here as he fouls it away. One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Oh, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
And the sweeper misses for a ball. Swings and misses. And that is strike two.
2 strikes.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Nimmo sizes this one up, brings it in, and that is that. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Well, these Mets definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. One away.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Lindor now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Throw to first. Out.
He's out.
2 away now after the drop third strike.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of moving away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And a foul ball. And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. And now it's Mark Vientos. Grounded out his first time up. And there's a strike.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
And it's through for a hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
2 on, 2 outs. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. In comes the run from second. In there safely.
Back-to-back base hits. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
So up next for New York, Jesse Winker.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That misses. 1-0. Outside with a breaking ball. Cut on and lifted in the air. Scott moving under this one and makes the grab, and that will end the inning. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 2-0 ball game. New inning getting started. Now it's the right fielder, Lars Nootbaar. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Squirts away a little bit. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Slow roller up the middle. Manaya toss to second. Over to Alonso. Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Willson Contreras.
Willson Contreras now up to the plate. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Swings and misses, and it's 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And that's downstairs and outside.
1-2.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Bottom 4. Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. Ball 1 on a pitch inside. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And that's counted away.
2-2.
And it's filled up. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Nimmo in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
That one fouled off. McNeil on at first. Nobody out. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Ryan Fernandez, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Leahy also getting ready. And now it's even up. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Here's Winn for 1. On to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
0-2 now as he swings through it.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Nootbaar makes the catch. Manaea back to work. And that one a little below the knees. And that's ball 1.
You know, these Cardinals just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times. And it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Arenado, the next to hit, takes ball 1. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That one opts against the fence. Now he turns and heads for second. He's in there.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Herrera in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. Fouled off. He was late. One out and a runner at second. And we're at the top of the 5th. Next offering is downstairs. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Line drive. Fair ball. Arenado around third. He'll score easily. The throw into second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Love how he let that ball travel. Trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
One out. Runner at second. Winn now at the plate. Inside corner. That's a strike. It's 0-1. Gets him to chase after that one.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Walker in the box now. Takes strike 1. And that is cut on and missed. 0-2. Strike 3. Got him with the sweeper. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Ryan Fernandez.
Now pitching for
Still
St.
pretty
Louis.
early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
1-1.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Quick reactions behind the plate, and he tags him out. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Nootbaar hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Juan Soto now 0 for 2 in this one. And that drops in for a strike. And a swing and a miss.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Down in order. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 6th inning. Here's a speed threat. Victor Scott. And fouled off.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And a swing and a miss there.
0-2.
Off the mark there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a 1-2 again. Fights it off. He'll see another. The pitch. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Newbar in the box again, takes a strike. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. Now the number 2 hitter, Brendan Donovan. Back to the mound. He's got it. Throws to first. St. Louis goes down. There's a swing and a miss. Fernandez, in his 2nd season, he features a slider, a 4-seamer, and occasionally uses a cutter. And a swing and a miss.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Just misses. And a count 1-2.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Next pitch is outside.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle, so I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Alonso at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
0-2.
Foul ball still 0-2. That one missed. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Jesse Winker getting ready to hit. Headed towards the corner. Grabs it on the run. And that's the 3rd out. And we're back. We go to the top of the 7th. And here's the first baseman, Willson Contreras. That's a strike.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
That misses, and it's 2-1.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Sneaks through, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Always feels amazing getting the job done when
and here comes the Mets manager to the mound.
Pitching
Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Danny Young.
81.
these are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And a base hit. And a go-ahead run is on base.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
On a line out towards center. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at 3rd.
Good read there at second base to move up to 3rd. Now it's a lot easier to get that run in with 1 away.
Herrera in the box now. Takes strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Puts a bunt down. McNeil tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. got him for out number 2, but the run scores, and we are tied.
Well, the safety squeeze can be tough to defend, especially with a good runner at third. You can't risk trying to be overly aggressive and make a play at the plate and give up that easy out at first.
No.
Winn up to bat next, lays off for a ball. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. Here comes the throw. Not in time. He beat it, and they've got the lead.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he.
And here comes the Mets manager.
Pitching
Griffin Canning will take over here.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Runner takes off. Throw to second. He's safe.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
The 2-1. Ground ball up the middle. Nice grab. Gathers and throws. Nicely done for the out.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. John King.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here. Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Action in the St. Louis bullpen. JoJo Romero up and throwing. Leahy, the right-hander, also getting loose.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. Couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Brandon Nimmo will hit next. And he swings and misses, and it's nothing in 1.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Now a chance for Francisco Alvarez. That one back there. Gone! So he goes the opposite way with that one, and it ties it up. It's 3-3. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
And now it's Jose Siri. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here at the bottom of the 7th. And that's a base hit.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good.
JoJo Romero into the game.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton. Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field, way back there.
pulls it in on the warning track. But this clutch home run gets us even again. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back as we have a pinch hitter to lead it off. Alec Burleson. He represents the go-ahead run. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Paul Blackburn.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
A little bit low, and that's ball 2. On the ground to first. Alonso takes it to the bag. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. And now the right fielder, Lars Nootbaar, in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Outside, and it's 1-1. Line drive, and this might be trouble. And the potential go-ahead run stops at second base.
He was all over that one. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left. Really important at bat coming up now.
Just missed.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit, it's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Lindor on to first, and they got him. And up to hit is Willson Contreras.
First baseman, Willson Contreras.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. And he went around. Just enough that time. 2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. In comes the runner from third, and it's an RBI single. They lead it in the 8th.
Big RBI for him right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
2 outs, runner on first. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Nolan Gorman. 0-1.
0-1.
Right through there for a strike.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Ball 1 there. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Last half of the 8th coming up. So remaining in the game defensively, Alec Burleson. He'll be out in center now after pinch hitting.
Leading off for the
Well,
Mets.
1-run
Right
game,
fielder,
and now it's Juan Soto.
Soto. This change for the Cardinals.
And that's
Right
downstairs.
field.
Ball 1.
Number
Movement
13.
in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Ryan Helsley, the closer, is getting loose. To the right side. Gorman throws on to first. They get the out on Soto.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game.
Now pitching.
A new
for
pitcher
St.
in the
Louis.
game, Kyle
Number
Leahy.
62.
Mark Vientos
Leahy.
up now for the Mets. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Well,
No
a come
ball.
and get me
1 strike.
fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
1-1.
And that one missing low. Holding on to a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. On the ground, it's through for a hit.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Here's Pete Alonso. Swing and a miss. 0-1 with a single base runner. Because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead.
1-1.
In the dirt, and the runner stays where he is. Man at first, 1 away. Swings and misses. 1 and 2.
1-2.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
And there's a ball.
2-2.
That one off the mark. 3 and 2 now.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. And it's caught for the out. Next is the designated hitter, Jesse Winker. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. First offering and it just misses.
Right now they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Next pitch misses inside. Now 2-0.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one is back. Gone straight into the visitors' bullpen. And now they're out front. It's 5-4. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time. In a 2-0 count, a hitter is on high alert. This is what you live for, to be in the driver's seat here. He got a pitch that he could handle, and he hit that pitch really hard. Nice home run.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout.
Pitching for St. Louis.
So 2 down. Jeff
Number
McNeil stands
52.
in. Couple of walks and a
Matthew
strikeout.
Liberator.
Line drive. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. So digging in, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Just
off the
missed.
plate.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Falling behind 2-1. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
I think he was a little excited there, saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up if he wants to have a good at bat.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swings and misses. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. Mets had 2 runs on this blast. Last chance coming up here for the Cards. Back here.
Now pitching for the New York Mets. Number 39. Edwin Diaz.
Swing and a miss. Strike
No
one.
ball. One strike.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
2-2.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Good job to fight that one off. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other two outs.
McNeil gets it to first. Cardinals now with just one out remaining.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Shortstop.
So two down
Masyn
now,
Winn.
and here is Masyn Winn. Fouled off down the right side. Diaz, 30 years old now, and he was a third-round pick back in 2012. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Right side, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
All these players were able to take the lead in the bottom of the eighth and just cruise to this win, getting those final three outs in the top of the ninth. Excellent job of securing your home field and keeping the fans in the ball game all the way to the end. Nice W all the way around.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long